sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Push him back. Push him back.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind. Up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Go. Banjo. 57.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his, and he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson options out left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Slam.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Gerald McCoy forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
At the Chargers' 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
27-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wait, that. Wait, Eddie. 127. I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 27, Mike 27. Here we go. Alpha.
Brady going to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Brady. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20.
3 down, 3 down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught by Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. On second down, Eckler.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
29, Alpha.
Brady now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Brady. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Anthony Averett picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's up.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 75 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. No quit in him.
0.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Gerald McCoy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down now, Pollard. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check it out, Reed. Hey, 66.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Wait, that. Wait, 56. Hey, that's scared. That's scared.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 36. Check 24. 80 weapons. Let's go out. No, 66.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And an alley to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson throwing again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And an alley to run. Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On the draw, it's Pollard. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
From the 39, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jerry Tillery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 21 yards away. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Check 3. Slam. Alpha. Slam. Hey, echo. Hey, go 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Hunter Henry brings it in. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 31.
It's Eckler again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Mike 27. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Yo. Check it.
To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there and a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. On first down, Pollard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
49, guys.
Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Johnson, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Wait, 20. Hey, tank. 2 times. 3 down. Sugar.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give me.